Are you ready to find out how you can actually create setup and procedures or SOPs for your client as an executive assistant and how to turn it into Claude skills so you never have to repeat yourself ever really again? Now, this video is a part of a series that I'm doing of essentially EA 101, how to guard your client's time, attention, and outcomes as an executive assistant. And essentially in this part, I'm going to walk you through the process of creating a standard operating procedure and then how to use that to essentially automate that part of the process for yourself. The goal is essentially that you create the SOP once and you can start using Claude to be essentially your mini AI assistant so you don't have to do it manually over and over again every single time. Now, the first step is creating your standard operating procedure, and it basically comes from there. It's you capturing a task that you're currently doing and creating a documentation of essentially, think of it as like a recipe book of how you're currently doing this. So for example, you're doing email management for your client, calendar management for your client. Let's say you're managing their social media. Let's say you're managing their bookkeeping, whatever that is. You want to have the first awareness of what it is that you're actually doing. So first is go through, today's task list, yesterday's task list, through a whole last week task list from your client and start writing out how would this look like as an SOP. So very quick and easy trick basically you can do is how to XYZ. So how to manage client email, how to respond to client email, how to draft a first email for the client, whatever that looks like, depending on the things that you've been doing in the last day, week or so, you want to format it in that way. And then you want to start going through that list that you created and creating the SOP from it. There's a lot of different tools that you can do or use for this. One that is just super straightforward and simple is just writing it out. The other one is if you record yourself on a Loom video or Vidyard and you grab the transcription basically from that and turn it into an SOP, the video that you created becomes a walkthrough guide. And essentially the main thing to keep in mind is this, is when it comes to building out your SOP, it usually comes from a decision that needs to be made. So you want to make sure that you capture that as well. So for example, if the SOP is like how to follow up if a lead or a client email has not been responded to basically in 48 hours. So then there's the trigger of like, hey, this hasn't been responded in 48 hours. This is now the process to be able to follow. Now, I do have a very quick and easy custom GPT that I built like a bajillion years ago on essentially creating a good format for an SOP. But honestly, at this point, because of how far AI has come, you can literally just grab your transcription and then prompt it into Claude, ideally, like create an SOP for this task. Now, the next step is me going ahead and sharing my screen and showing you guys how to turn that SOP into a Claude skill. Now, a Claude skill is essentially it's kind of is a living toolbox inside of Claude, where every single time that you need it or that Claude thinks like, hey, this skill is needed here, it will actually read that skill before doing anything else. So as an example, I'm going to go ahead and grab a transcription from one of my recent videos, and I'm going to turn it into a blog post. That's the whole process and SOP, right? And this is a process that my actual executive assistant does for me. So here I would go into, let's say, the inbox management video. And what you guys are basically seeing is like the plethora of tools that I use as a YouTuber popping up there. But basically, I'll go here, this is called the YouTube summary. And the cool thing is, of course, it creates a transcription. There's also a pretty good one from YouTube itself. I just have to kind of dig through every single time versus like for the YouTube summary Chrome extension that I use, it can actually create summaries off into Claude, but I like grabbing the actual transcription for this task. So essentially the task is we open up the YouTube video, we grab the transcription, and basically Claude will write out the blog post for it. So I'll just open this up. I'll actually just grab the actual transcript from here. I'll actually show it. And ideally for that one, then it would be from the transcript turned into a blog post, right? But for this one, we're going to create first the SOP on essentially how to grab the transcript from YouTube and create it into a blog post. So here you are a detailed EA, write up an SOP on how to turn a YouTube transcription into a blog post. And ideally, I would walk you guys through the process of making sure that Claude or any AI that you have as the context of who you are, what you do, who you work with, the outcome that you need, asking it, are you ready, and also telling it to ask me questions. And then the H is the how and the format. And this is essentially the wow method that I've created years ago on how to prompt or how to talk to AI. But honestly, at this point, Claude knows me so well, I don't really need to input it, but that is still the basics that you need to know. So now it's actually going ahead and creating the skill. And you can even see reading Leanne's skill file. So I already have a skill in there where I taught it my preferences, how I want it to give me output, how I want to basically read things. And now it says SOP for turning YouTube transcription into blog post. So it's actually then reading that, and you can see instructions there, no AI slop. And this is coming again from the skill that I already built within it of how I prefer things to be written, how I prefer things to be created for me whenever I ask Claude to do a specific task. So it's just doing its own thing, and it's even formatting it for Notion because again, it has context on me of what I do. So I don't really need to feed it. But for you, if you're using the AI for the first time, make sure that you put in the context as needed. So now we have an SOP, YouTube transcript to blog post. So turned a finished YouTube video transcript into fully formatted SEO ready blog post that sounds like Leanne. So I didn't even have to give it. It just basically already has my, how to work with Leanne SOP in there. So then this is all of the task. It's already on there. And then what I'll do is turn this SOP into a skill. And that's it. And it basically, all Claude basically already has the native turn, create a skill. So I just have to do that. So you can see reading the skill creator skill. So it will then go ahead and do that. It will read the SOP that you have that we've inputted on there. And you can actually see it's reading its own output. It's reading its own SOP that it just created. Then it's going to turn it into a skill. So then again, same as like my Leanne skill file that's in there, it will actually always refer to it when the text like, hey, this is the ask. This is the task that's asking me to do. Let me look into my toolbox and see if I have the tool to make this easier or to make this better. And then it will actually then, as you can see, it's reading through it, it's creating the skill for me. So then the next time that we have to do that same task of having to turn a transcription of a YouTube video into a blog post, I basically now created the skill. So I'm just going to read it through before we actually test it out. So YouTube transcript to blog post. Before you start, you need 2 things minimum: the raw transcript, the video title or topic, optional but helpful, but the actual URL for the video, which channel it's from. I do have 2 YouTube channels, so it's asking which one, and then target publish date, read and understand the transcript. So it basically, again, it read through its own SOP, and all I need to do is I click save skill. And the cool thing is you can later download this, and if you have a teammate or if your client basically hires a full content manager, you can give them this same skill and it will upload into their Claude as well. So now when I go to new chat and I don't have any projects, don't have any context, turn this transcript into a blog post. And then it did ask me for details on the video. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that. I'm literally just gonna take a screenshot of this. So then it already has the context there. And I click upload. And again, it's gonna go ahead and let me check my toolbox to see if I have the thing that'll make this easier. And now it's saying reading YT to blog skill. So that's how easy and quick that is for you to be able to just have essentially skills that will help your life just a little bit easier, especially as an executive assistant. And you can do the same thing when it comes to the email management side, for the calendar management side, for more of the admin work. And if you check out the other video that I just uploaded onto my other YouTube channel, I actually show how we were able to do that for the email management SOP of my actual executive assistant. So you see a little bit more of examples of how you can turn essentially very simple SOPs into an actual Claude skill that then makes it easier for you to do the work every single time where you don't have to be the one doing it. Okay, so right there, it already has how to do inbox and DM management as an executive assistant. Why inbox management is really attention management. And before you touch anything, do this first. So it already gave a really detailed, from just a transcription of my video into this whole blog post that I can now go ahead and upload. It even gave me the SEO metadata to post into the actual blog post. And then, Notion content calendar fields, it basically filled out already a part of my Notion content calendar because it's already connected to it. So that is how simple and easy it is to just turn an SOP into a Claude Skill that you can now use moving forward. And as an added bonus, I wasn't going to do this in this video, is when you guys are ready, if you guys want this to be all set up, let's say you already created a skill on from YouTube to blog post into a carousel, from carousel into the captions basically for Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, depending on where your client is at, or how to break it down to multiple LinkedIn posts. The key thing that you can do here is you can use Claude Co-work for this one, of having essentially a content manager where it turns the one blog post into those multiple pieces of content, and even a prompt that you can use into Canva design basically to create like the carousels. There is an infinite amount of possibilities for this, but that is essentially one of the ways that you can upgrade from just an SOP to a skill, to using Claude Co-work to use the different skills, the different tools that it has in its toolbox to essentially automate that part in your client's business. So there's a ton of very exciting things when it comes to using AI as an executive assistant. That's why I created the group AI for virtual assistants on nas.io. So make sure to please go ahead and join that group. I do weekly newsletters. I do like, hey, look at this cool prompt that I just found on there. So make sure to join the community. And of course, if you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button right there. Comment below any questions you might have when it comes to using Claude, especially as an executive assistant. And if you haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Sunday on how to grow yourself as an executive assistant, especially in the age of AI. And if you are a business owner and you want to learn more of how you can do this with your EA, again, I do have a second channel right here, or you can check out the latest video right here. Hope you guys have an amazing and wonderful day. Everyone, that small steps matters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.